Hi, thanks for joining us today at Routine Wisdom. I wanted to share with you a little bit about the magic of Play-Doh. So whether you make your own, like I did, and I will try to provide a link to this fabulous Play-Doh recipe that was shared with me by one of my ECFE, Early Childhood Family Ed teachers. Whether you make your own or you buy something in the store, Play-Doh can be a wonderful way for you to engage with your child and teach them learning in all 5 developmental areas. So the first, of course, is that Play-Doh can really be a social activity for you and your child. You share together, you work on imitation skills, you're working on eye contact and smiles, and just really enjoying the activity together. So it's very social and you're working on that engagement. The other thing is that it's a wonderful fine motor activity. So what do I mean by fine motor? Well, that's using your fingers. You can poke, you can pinch, you can work on making a ball, you can work on rolling, pulling things apart, making balls, make a Play-Doh snowman, make a snake, make a caterpillar, putting balls together. You can also, Play-Doh is just a wonderful sensory activity. So this particular ball of Play-Doh that I made today, there are recipes where you can cook it on the stove and then do that with your child, or there's non-cook recipes. So look at there, you get at the adaptive, you're stirring, oh that's a fine motor skill, and making this Play-Doh together. And then with this Play-Doh, it's a sensory activity. So it's actually, this one is colored with, get this, cherry jello. So it smells, and the sensory piece is also the squishing and just feeling that on your fingers and, you know, just manipulating the material. So that's a sensory experience. The other thing is just, it's a cognitive thing. You can pull things apart and make balls, line them all up, and work on, can you give me 1? Can you give me 2? You can work on putting things in and taking them out. Now I have a lot of things in front of me, and I'm going to get to that, how it works on that creative play and with cognition. But I wanted to just go through how Play-Doh really is a whole developmental learning tool. It's not just play, there's a lot going into it. The other part is language. So you're working on directions. Can you give me 1? Oh, can you find the star? Where's the star? Push the star. Or expressive language. You can hide different toys in there and work on imitation of different animal sounds or exclamations or just the words in general. And then I also covered how it's just an adaptive skill. So back to kind of stirring the Play-Doh and making it together. But you also can work on using different tools from your kitchen. So I'm not at school today. I'm here at my home. And part of our YouTube channel is routines. So within your everyday routine of being in your home, you can find lots of different things that you can do with Play-Doh. So you might have a Play-Doh set like this. This is a Bob the Builder play set. It's very old. You won't be able to find it in the store, but I hung on to it. So some Play-Doh sets, you know, you have different molds. You can do things like that. Here Bob has, I think it's Rolly. So we roll that through the Play-Doh. We have little cookie cutters that come with it. Other things, Play-Doh, you just naturally think of cookie cutters. So this is like, you know, everyday cookie cutters that you maybe have in your kitchen. Now this is a roller from school in a preschool classroom. Perhaps you don't have this. You can work with the big roller. Or maybe there's something else in your house that might mimic this. I was thinking and looking in my fridge, and I have a crescent roll tube. So you could use that. Be creative. Think out of the box. Use your everyday materials and play with your Play-Doh. Now look at this. I have all these kitchen things. I have a melon scooper I could scoop with the Play-Doh. I have a potato masher. Now you want to be careful that the tools that you're presenting to your toddler, to your preschooler, that they're not going to hurt themselves. So rather than using a sharp pizza cutter, perhaps you might have one that is a little, won't cut them as quickly. And supervise, of course, a meat tenderizer. Now look at that. So you got a texture. You're working on sensory and kind of like that cognitive process of, holy cow, look at what that happened there. That's so cool. You could make balls and bring out your salad tongs and pick them up and put them in a, how fun is that? And then when you're done, you can take your spoon and you can scoop them out. And then, guess what? You can bring in your everyday toys and you can feed the tiger. Roar. There's the language. There's the creative play, right? So cool. Here, I found this in my kitchen drawer. So this is a canning jar top. It also could be, say you don't have cookie cutters. Well, that's okay. Do this. Now you'd roll it out flat, but I don't have enough time in this video. But look it makes a circle. You can talk about shapes. You can, look at, there's just so many different things, you guys. So just be creative and think, what do I have in my kitchen, in my playroom? Dinosaurs, cars, roll your car through it. Your cars and trucks for our little guys, our little girls that love vehicles. What else? Oh, plastic eggs. Maybe you already have a supply somewhere. You can put little things inside. Look at that. You hide them. Oh, where did it go? Where did it go? Fine motor. Open, pretend play. Crack, crack, crack. We're making, I don't know, a ball cake. I don't know. Look at all the fun learning you can do just with this Play-Doh. We're almost running out of time, but I just want to show you too. Take the things that they're interested in. Here's like an eraser. They like balls. You can hide them inside. Oh no, where did it go? Here comes the fine motor. Here comes the problem solving and cognitive. It's not there. Keep digging. Sensory, they're having to touch and squeeze and pick. Look, there's the ball. Hide other things. If your child likes letters from the fridge, hide them in there. I brought in my fire truck. I had a friend that likes to put little Play-Doh balls inside there and drive it around. Great. Bring in your little people. Make them play. Build a house for them. Build a house for the frog. Build a pond for the duck. Happy Meal toy. Put Play-Doh on different parts of the robot. And then, oh, foot. Put on hand. Put on head. Oh, you make a hat for the robot. So hopefully you have some ideas. Think about your child's interest and how you can have so much fun with Play-Doh. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you later.